February 2nd school board meeting to order. I'll take roll.
I'm here.
Colonel Duke Evans. Here. George Grosjean.
Here.
Jane Ludwig.
Here.
Richard Micko.
Here.
Carl Nyso. Here.
I saw him.
Excellent. Stand for the pledge. Okay, this brings us to district goals. We always restate our goals every meeting because everything we do in this board meeting relates to them. So the first and foremost is student achievement. The second goal is financial prudence, and the third goal is community involvement. So we balance those three goals out each meeting with every decision we make to make sure that we support and ultimately maximize every dollar for student education. So with that, we'll move on to donations.
Thank you, Mr. Naso. I'm going to go to the podium, and Reggie and Jason, if you could meet me over there, please. It's my privilege to be here tonight with Jason Trusnick and Reggie Hodges from Pro Sports Performance. I don't know if you could tell which one of us works out the most, but I think it's Reggie and Jason. But we started talking a while ago. A handful of months ago, and Pro Sports Performance and Jason and Reggie reached out to us about a partnership, and we're here tonight to recommend to the Board of Education an extremely generous donation in support of our Excellence in Athletics campaign. But really what I took note of with Jason and Reggie first was they just wanted to be a support. They wanted to be a help. They wanted to become involved in the school district. And as we talk a lot about how do we become a premier district, that was truly their focus of how can they use their expertise and their talents to help reach our goals and be that premier district in the area of athletics. We visited their facility. We got to know them both throughout this process, and every time we met and interacted, we were just more and more impressed with what they can do and what they can offer and what they bring to Strongsville City Schools and Strongsville athletics. So, this is not just about a financial donation. It truly is about the start of a great partnership for many years to come. The donation, again, is about how can they be involved? How can they be involved in our athletic program? And the one thing that they did even before we started talking about this donation agreement is they freely gave their advice about how we could best outfit our brand new weight room. And looking at what is the best equipment, what are the best tools to give our students to be the best athletes and to get stronger and faster and better. And that free recommendation saved the district almost $40,000 from our original quote. So that's not on this dollar figure right here, but that truly is from their work and their dedication and their support even before there was anything official. So on behalf of the district, Jason and Reggie, I just want to thank you for reaching out. Thank you for partnering with our district, and look forward to many successful years working with you to come.
Appreciate it. Definitely.
Yeah. You guys want to say a few words?
Sure. I'll go first. I guess first we just want to thank the board, thank the city of Strongsville for this opportunity. Like Cameron said, it's more than the donation for us. It was about being involved in the city, be involved in these athletes that come to us, the adults, and truly make this community great and just continue to keep it on the rise. And as far as the athletics, to be involved in what's a passion for ours, the athletics, the training, and seeing these athletes grow, both on the physical side, mental side, and in the end, it just helps us all and helps the city of Strongsville get back to the athletics, to get back to being great again. So we look forward to this opportunity for the years to come, and we appreciate it.
I'm Reggie, by the way. This was Jason. We're extremely excited to be connected with the school system
in a very, very hands-on manner. Because we're both like that. We're personable people. Going to the high school games and basketball games and all this kind of stuff, we felt like we were a part of it just because we live here. I'm not from here. I'm an import. I'm from Illinois. But coming here has just made me feel like I wanted to be a part of it. Played soccer with some of you guys as kids and the whole deal. So we've really been kind of entrenched in the community. We're really excited to be a part of it on a financial level, and also to get our foot in the school and just say, hey, how can we back the programs to be a little bit better, a little more efficient, that kind of stuff. So our heart behind it was really just to back the school as best we can from the expertise that we've been able to develop over almost 20 years playing in the NFL, and then also we've been through what the kids are going through as far as their athletic careers, where they stand now. So we just want to be the biggest support we can, and that's something we were really excited to get involved in. So thank you a ton for accepting our donation and accepting Pro Sports Performance as we partner together.
Well, I want to take the opportunity to thank you guys for helping out. One, your donation's incredible. Two, just being part of what we're trying to do, because, our first goal is student achievement, and the second one's financial prudence. So we got to balance those out, right? We have to be careful with what we do with our money, so you're helping us to rebuild this weight room is incredible. But when coming back to student achievement, it's student achievement. It's not, it's education, it's athletics, and it's art. And this is part of the whole circle. We're trying to build, well-rounded students here, and we want to win. By the way, we want to win. And so we made the commitment to rebuild, to go out, and the communities came forward to help us turf those fields. So we raised a lot of money to turf those fields with the community's help. They paid for the whole thing. You guys are helping us on the weight room. So this is all through donations, and the community wants to see us win, and we really, really want to win. So having you guys in the weight room for, hours at a time, training our guys, showing them what you know at the level that you guys are at, is just incredible, and we're just thrilled to death. We're starting a real focus on athletics right now, and we're talking about accountability. We're talking about, holding both kids, coaches, administration to, being accountable to support our student athletes and making them the best they can be, and we're just thrilled to death. I'm thrilled to death you guys are on the team, and just looking forward to it. I can't wait to see that weight room, and I hope you guys don't mind if I show up and, don't hurt me. I kind of was really afraid you guys were here for the public comment, because I thought, holy mackerel, these guys, if they get mad, they're just gonna kill us. They're gonna rip right through us, man. So Duke would have to stop you, but I don't know. He's kind of old. But, so thank you for your help. But
And if
we
I could,
appreciate your help, and we're looking forward to it. We're looking forward to that weight room.
and if I could add, Reggie's son and my son played soccer together. And the first time I heard that you guys were coming in and maybe, partnering with the schools, the first thing I thought of wasn't weights, wasn't the physical thing. It was how high character of a person Reggie Hodges is, and having our students and our kids near that. So it's not just what you bring, like you had said, Jason, it's not just the physical, it's the mental as well. And I think there's a standard there, and Reggie, you keep it very high. I've been in your facility, I've seen what you've done with our kids, so I'm excited about not just the physical, but also what you can teach these kids between the ears, because there's a lot there that has to be taught, so.
Thank you for saying that.
Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
I want to bring down the line.
Yeah, absolutely.
Jason's hands like twice the size of mine.
Thank you very much, appreciate it.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you very much, appreciate it.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Jason, for your contribution. Thanks, Reggie. Look forward to belonging to this.
Connect with you.
Yeah.
Okay, so do I have a motion?
So moved.
Thank you, Duke. Can I have a second?
Second.
Thank you, George. Any discussion?
Carl?
Yes.
I just want to, again, lots of thanks, et cetera, but I do want to highlight, not only have they agreed to that $25,000 donation, but part of the agreement is that they're going to be doing continued fundraising every year, and it's just another opportunity through their leadership to let the entire community help build on what they've started. So it's not just the $25,000, it's that annual fundraising commitment. And I wanted to highlight it because a little advertising always helps, and we're looking forward to it. We're looking forward to being part of it. And then the other thing I was going to highlight is there's some tickets in there, so we're looking forward to seeing you at every football game and hearing you guys cheer. So thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Take roll.
Karlovic?
Yes.
Mr. Grozan?
Yes.
Mrs. Ludwig?
Yes.
Mr. Miko?
Yes.
Mr. Naso?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Excellent. Well, that's another big step forward. We'll go to clap. Okay, no
Nice
public
work,
comment?
Cameron.
That's good news. Treasurer's report.
Thank you, Mr. Naso. I just have one item for tonight for your consideration. It's a fund-to-fund transfer, and it's be resolved upon the recommendation of the treasurer that a fund-to-fund transfer in the amount of $121,000 be approved to fund the Albion Middle School demolition abatement project, do additional unforeseen expenses for abatement removal. The asbestos was found in one of the exterior walls of the building, so the entire exterior wall needs special demolition and removal. We had our owner's agent take a look and verify the price and the asbestos, and it was verified that we need to move in this direction. We're taking the $121,000 from the savings in the high school construction project. That's near the end. Right now, there's $331,000, that an unencumbered balance. We're gonna take $121,000 and move it to the Albion project. That'll leave us about $210,000 at the high school project.
Excellent. All right, and that's just another sign of the diligence that we put into this project, that we still have funds left for surprises this late in the game. So that's good news.
If there's no other questions, that concludes my report.
Thank you. Superintendent's report?
Thank you, Mr. Nate. So I just had one discussion item for tonight, and I just have a quick couple slides on the board. As we've made it our practice of our board meetings to give an update on our progress towards our strategic plan, our Strong Schools 2020 plan, and one of those action steps underneath community engagement was to look at implementing a plan for elementary school students to gain exposure to musical opportunities in the district. So as a reminder, a handful of years ago, we reduced field trips. And as we know, the Strongsville Education Foundation is bringing those field trips back for the 17-18 school year, and we're planning those as we speak. But one of the field trips we used to take was we took all the fourth grade students to Severance Hall. They got to hear the Cleveland Orchestra. It was a great performance. And a part of that experience is in our district, fifth grade students get to select what type, if they want to pick an instrument, a string instrument, a band instrument. And it was a great exposure to what music really is and what you can grow and become. And so that's been lacking, and that experience. And our instrumental music teachers have done a great job of going in the classrooms and showing demonstrations. But Andy Heyer, our department chair at the high school, had this idea of how could we recreate the Severance Hall performance at Strongsville High School. So we met a few weeks ago. We worked with our transportation department and our administrators, and I'm excited to share that all fourth grade students on March 21st, they're going to go to Strongsville High School from 10 o'clock to 11 o'clock. They're going to hear our top band perform at the high school. They're going to hear our top orchestra perform at the high school. They're going to get an introduction to the different instruments. And as we could see by that purpose there, they can show not only what instruments are out there that they may not be aware of, but really what an all-star music ensemble sounds like, and a path that if they're interested in, they can go on in their school-age career. Also as a plug for the orchestra, they're being honored Saturday morning at the annual music conference, and they'll be performing, I believe, 10 o'clock in the morning down at the convention center, so we're excited to go down there and hear them perform. So we're excited to not only achieve another action step in our plan, but also to bring back an experience that I think is going to be wonderful for our students, and a great connection to our fourth grade general music classes and kids. Continuing, as you talked about, how do we promote in academics, athletics, and the arts? This is that arts piece to ensure our kids know what an exceptional opportunities they have to have a music career here in Strongsville. So that is the opportunity that we've got planned here in the middle of March.
Excellent.
And if there's no questions or comments on that, the only other item under my report for this evening is an out-of-state middle school ski and snowboard trip. Strongsville Middle School club going to Peak and Peak Ski Resort in New York. The trip will take place on Friday, February 17th, and the expenses associated with the trip are paid by the students participating. And if there's no questions, that concludes my report for this evening.
Thank you. I don't have any questions. That brings us to the consent calendar. All items that have an asterisk are voted on in one vote. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Thank you, Duke. For a second?
Second.
Thank you, Jane. Any discussion on any asterisk items? We don't have any corrections or edits, so I think we're good. George, take roll.
Colonel Evans?
Yes.
Mrs. Ludwig?
Yes.
Mr. Miko?
Yes.
Mr. Naso?
Yes.
Mr. Grozen?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Excellent. That brings us to board bylaws and policies. This is third reading on a number of different policies that we have. Oh, it's the third reading. Oh, we get to vote today. Oh, that means Rich is going to regale us with these policies and the changes. Please, Richard.
Should we take the motion?
Well, I'll take a motion first. Do we have a
So
motion?
moved.
Thank you, Duke.
Second.
Thank you, Jane. All right, now, I'm so
So-
excited to get to this part, I almost skipped a vital part.
I can share your excitement. So a couple of things I just want to highlight. Again, the majority of the policies, the changes there are to make sure we stay compliant with state and federal law. And some of them will, if you go through them, feels like they're mincing words and making work for no reason. But it's important that we stay up to date and follow all of our state and federal laws. But the comments or the highlights I want to bring up is the bylaws, 0100, 0167, and 0169 adds some language about text and email. And it's important for us as a board because it highlights our commitment to our sunshine laws, highlights that we understand and are committed that the public's business of the school board will be done in public. And so it just reminds us that, you know, whether it's text, whether it's email, or what have you, we have an obligation that if we're discussing the board's business, we do it at a public meeting where the public can attend and can be part of that. So those are the changes there. Policy 1530 updates some of our evaluation procedures, and it really helps with our principals to make sure that the evaluations are relevant, and they're not just paper evaluations, but that we're actually helping our staff get better and improve. The majority of them deal with HIPAA and ACA compliance and things like that, so with our current change with the president, it'll be interesting to see how many of these will be changed again shortly. The other one that I think is important to comment for the public is we revised some of our student fundraising policies and we created a new one for crowdfunding. And this is a theme that as technology gives us new tools to raise money, et cetera, we need to make sure we have good policies in place. The thing that I want to highlight is that our policy charges George, our treasurer, to develop guidelines to make sure that crowdfunding is done well and that it supports a school purpose. It'd be very easy for anyone to say, I'm going to start some kind of crowdfunding, and it could easily, there'd be situations where they're not supporting our mission, supporting our goals as a school district. So it puts some policies in there to make sure that we have those kinds of controls in place. And then the last one that I wanted to highlight was the revisions to our, what I will call our technology policies. That's 7540, 0, 01, and 02. And this one's always difficult because technology is constantly changing. But it highlights social media, it highlights some of the trends in social media. And what I like about the policies is that it does the dual purpose. It reminds us and it charges us that we need to train, we need to teach, and we need to protect our children. It's not enough to just protect them, but we need to train them so that when they're adults, they can use social media well and use it wisely. And it also sets the expectation for how social media or any technology is used by our adults and by our employees to make sure that they're always representing our mission and representing what we want out of all of our staff and our employees as a district. And I always like to highlight the work that is required, and those revisions are probably going to fall on Vicki Turner's shoulders because it means we're going to have a written technology plan, a written district technology plan that so that we're not just talking about it, but we know what we're doing. Technology is so pervasive in our daily life, it's important that we prepare our children well for it. And that is all I have.
All right.
Oh, I apologize. I have one more comment. I'm so excited about it.
Well, deliver.
We are, the other one that's a new policy or an agreement is for trademarks. We have a new logo for our athletic logo, and we wanted to make sure that we had a policy that, again, is reasonable, that makes sure that if someone is making money off of our logo, that we receive some of that, which is only fair and reasonable. But I think more importantly, it makes sure that it's our logo. It represents us as a district, and we want to make sure that whoever's using it is using it in a way that we would agree with. You know, there's so many things out there. You'd hate to have our logo on something that would be objectionable or something that we would not be proud of. So it gives us the backing to do that and to do that well. And as far as making work for people, it makes work for Cameron to make sure that everything's in order and done well. And that truly concludes my comments.
Excellent. Any comments or questions? We have a vote?
Colonel Evans?
Yes.
Mrs. Ludwig?
Yes.
Mr. Miko?
Yes.
Mr. Naso?
Yes.
Mr. Grozan?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Excellent. Good deal. That brings us to Board of Education and other. I do have a few. Does anybody have any?
Just a reminder for the spaghetti dinner tomorrow night at the high school before the basketball game. That's it.
Yep, was it from 5 to 7, I think, at the high school, right? Should be good. Come and support it. It'll be great. And then go to the basketball game.
Yeah.
Be a lot of fun. I want to say that I stopped into the new media center, and it looks incredible. And my daughter's so excited about the coffee shop. They meet there every morning for coffee now. And it's just a big deal for them, but it came out beautiful. And
All paid through the savings of proper management of that high school and the repairs. So it's not as if that was extra. It was paid through the savings that we've had through the high school funds.
Excellent.
I want to make sure that was said.
And Richard? Yeah.
Carl, I just had two quick ones. One, I was at the Arts in Strongsville event and ran into John Borgelli at that event, and the Strongsville Optimist Club is going to have their annual reverse raffle. So if you'd like to save the date, it's April 8th, 2017. The grand prize is a grand prize of $3,500 and many great door prizes. They like to highlight that over 25% of the people who show up for the evening walk away with some kind of door prize or some kind of thing of value, so it's a lot of fun. And the reason we're commenting on it again is they support our school district and a lot of our missions quite a bit. They support our scholarships, et cetera, so it's a very worthy cause. April 8th, 2017, save the date. And then the only other comment I had was I wanted to thank the PTA. We had our Founder's Day celebration earlier this morning. I'd like to give a shout out to Karen Rebholz, the committee chair, and Laura Hausum, the president of council. It's a wonderful event, and it highlights all the good things that the PTA does for our students. So I wanted to thank them for that event.
Don't we have a new winner at the table?
I'm sorry?
Don't we have a new winner at the table?
A recipient.
A recipient, don't we
Oh,
have?
we do.
We do.
We do, and we should highlight that Mrs. Pelko is a now well-deserving and honored PTA founder recipient.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. I'd also like to say congratulations to Steve Dietrich, our middle school principal, who was awarded as well today, and Mrs. Julie Lobb, teacher at Maraski. They were both recipients as well. And all the other wonderful PTA members. It was a very nice event, so thank you. I appreciate the honor.
All right.
Mr. Naso, one
Yes,
last
sir.
one. Strongsville Rotary's Chili Open is the 25th, February 25th. It's a great time. It can be cold, be muddy. It just depends on what the weather's like. But a lot of that money that's raised goes for our scholarships and the local charities that we support. I think it's every year is 10 individual charities. We provide money for just by what we do for the Chili Open.
Chili
So,
Open, wow.
Brea Fairgrounds, if you have any questions, just hop on website for the Strongsville Rotary.
Excellent. Executive session?
Yes, we have two items to consider: the employment of a public employee or official, and to prepare for negotiations or bargaining sessions with public employees.
All right.
So moved.
Thank you, Duke. Do I have a second?
Second.
Thank you, George. Any discussion? Take a vote.
Colonel Evans?
Yes.
Mr. Grozen?
Yes.
Mrs. Ludwig?
Yes.
Mr. Miko?
Yes.
Mr. Naso?
Yes. We will enter in at 7:40. I don't believe we have any public business afterwards, so that'll do it. Thank you.